Welcome back to MMA Explorers. Let's get started. Jon Jones faces hit-and-run charge in Albuquerque. Jon Jones is once again facing legal issues after being charged with a misdemeanor for allegedly leaving the scene of a traffic accident that occurred in February. The charge was officially filed Tuesday in Metropolitan Court, with Jones expected to appear for a bond arraignment on July 24th. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel. Let's aim for 10 likes. According to reports, an Albuquerque police officer responded to a crash near San Mateo and Lis, where they found a woman in the front passenger seat of one of the vehicles. She was reportedly heavily intoxicated and partially unclothed. The woman claimed that Jones had been driving the car and fled the scene on foot. She later called him during the investigation, and a police service aide who spoke with the man on the line believed it was Jones. The man reportedly sounded intoxicated and made vague concerning statements, including references to his ability to employ lethal force through others. Jones later told authorities that the woman had left his house earlier that day while intoxicated and contacted him after the accident. He also expressed doubts about the legitimacy of the person who had spoken to him during the call due to their unprofessional tone. The woman told police she drank alcohol and took mushrooms at Jones's house and remembered changing clothes there, but her next memory was waking up at the crash site. Authorities also stated that Jones called her phone 13 times following the crash and sent messages, though the content of those texts couldn't be retrieved in detail. Responding to the allegations on Twitter, Jones wrote, "Keep in mind, even the media can get it wrong sometimes if they don't have all the facts. Don't believe everything you read online." Ronda Rousey blames UFC for ongoing health issues. Ronda Rousey has opened up about her long-term health struggles and how her time in the UFC contributed to them. In a recent interview with Untapped, she explained how a neurological study that Dana White got her into helped reveal a history of concussions and neurological issues going back to her judo days. He was saying that people that get migraines are actually more susceptible to concussions, and the more concussions that you get, the easier it is for these impacts to set off a migraine. I'd get hidden. I'd basically lose big chunks of my vision and my depth perception and my ability to track movements quickly and make snap decisions, which is basically all the things that I need. And I thought I have a concussion. I'm out of my feet, but I wouldn't be stumbling around. I didn't lose my balance. This was like I had to retire because this kept happening to me more and more often, to the point where I would get a jab and I would basically go blind. The doctor said what he thinks is happening is that these impact now because of all the concussions are setting off these migraine events, which is like my neurons get overly excited and then they shut down. So, it could be a game changer because there could actually be some solutions to it. Before I was like, oh, it's just inevitably declined. And I inevitably declined. Now that I'm kind of getting some help and diagnosis and stuff like that, I'm much more hopeful than I've ever been. And instead of just being like, okay, this is just part of it, I've just got to walk away before it gets worse. Possibly there's something I can do to make it better. Islam Makhachev welcomes undefeated Mexican fighter to Dagestan team. Islam Makhachev shared a video on his Instagram stories where he introduced the first 2 to 3 years Dagestan team member. The man in the video is undefeated Mexican fighter Brian Zorker, who holds a record of 9 wins and 0 losses. He's the first serious athlete to take Islam up on his iconic offer.
This is the first guy, like real first guy, who come for training for how many?
5 weeks. 5 weeks and forget.
No, no, 5. Minimum 2-3 years.
Okay, I stay here. Minimum 2-3 years.
Explain people when you're gonna fight.
I came here because September 13 I'm having my UFC debut. I came to train with the best, get help from Islam. I will win my first fight, inshallah.
But brother, first 2 days you're eating all days.
Okay, today only day, holiday.
Okay.
Monday we start training, diet and everything.
Okay.
Like now, I'm gonna make weight.
How's the Hinkal?
Hinkal, very good. Yeah.
Tom Aspinall declares himself undisputed champion and vows to become heavyweight GOAT. Tom Aspinall has massive plans for the heavyweight division now that Jon Jones is out of the picture. After nearly 600 days of waiting for a title unification bout with Jones, Aspinall can officially say he's the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. In a recent video posted on his YouTube channel, the Brit promised to be an active champion and vowed to become the heavyweight GOAT. Before we continue, help us reach our goal of 100 subscribers here on MMA Explorers. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily MMA content.
Right everyone, the news has broken. I'm sure everybody's seen it. UFC undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Moving forward, very, very important to me just that I acknowledge everybody quickly who has supported me in this. I'm not going to say it was a tough time, but a bit of a challenging time over like the last kind of 10-11 months that I have been inactive due to no fault of my own. But luckily, that is all behind us now. Massively appreciate the support from everybody. Massively appreciate the support going forward. I'm going to keep this thing as active as possible. I want to be the best heavyweight ever to walk the face of the earth. I'm going to defend this thing as many times as I possibly can. I'm going to keep you guys entertained now. I'm going to really give back to everybody who has shown me support over the last year, over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. Really appreciate the support and love from everybody, and we're going to see an active, defending UFC heavyweight undisputed champion going forward.
Let's wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching.